This is a fairly common complaint. The patient comes in, where's your pain? They're going to point like this, something like this, or like this. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. What are the possible conditions that could cause that pain? I'm going to talk about one of the possibilities in this video. Okay, when I'm going to make a diagnosis of trochanteric bursitis, there's two things I'm looking for. I'm looking for spot tenderness right around the greater trochanter, and I'm looking for the patient to report that it hurts to sleep on this side. Those are my two most important criteria. So I want to mark the top of the greater trochanter here, and I'm going to press. I want to look on the posterior edge of the greater trochanter, the superior edge of the greater trochanter, the anterior edge of the greater trochanter, and then on the greater trochanter itself. So I'm looking for point tenderness there. As I find the points, I'm going to mark, oh, okay, that one's tender there, that one's tender there. I'll typically find 2 or maybe 4 points to needle. Yeah, I'm swapping off here. With a lot of points on the hip, you're looking for a twitch or fasciculation, but when we're treating bursitis, no, I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting a kind of toothache-y feeling when we get it. I'm going to get started here. And I'm looking to just skim the superior border of the GT, or I'm going to contact it. What do we get there? Like a little twitch or something?
Yeah, twitch in the neck.
And then when I've got my 2 points, I'll hook up EA here and run EA. I look for, I explain to the patient I want it to feel clear but comfortable, or maybe medium strength is the way to think about it. If there's a few ways you could do it, so I could do 2 leads. If I did 2 more needles, I'd do another set of leads there. Sometimes maybe I have 3 points, and so I'm gonna connect these together, and then I'll have the second lead on the third needle, and then pulse through that. It's a very simple treatment. If it's trochanteric bursitis, it works like magic. Typically, one treatment I would expect to get between 30, 40, 50% reduction in their pain, and the second treatment knock out the rest of it. Sometimes there's more than one thing going on, though. You might have trigger points and trochanteric bursitis. In that case, you'd need to treat the trigger points too. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to get these out, unless you really want it today.
Yeah.
Here I've tried to set up the model to match up with that patient's anatomy and give you an idea. I'm palpating here. I'm palpating the superior border of the greater trochanter. And then when I'm palpating, again, I'm trying to get the posterior edge, the superior edge, anterior edge, and then the prominence there to check anywhere around there for tenderness. As far as needling angle, I can try to go perpendicular. I can angle slightly towards the trochanter. I can skim a little past the trochanter. I'm looking for a toothache feel. The patient will get a familiar toothache feel when you hit the spot. And then we're going to go the EA across the 2 tender spots, or the 4 tender spots, or the 3 tender spots. shout out to Frank Butler. He's the one that turned me on to the idea of using electroacupuncture for trochanteric bursitis. I'm mainly a needle top moxa guy, which I find best for treating trigger points or Aushur points. But I had a lot of failures in the past treating trochanteric bursitis, and the electroacupuncture was a game changer for me. Works incredibly well, incredibly fast. If your diagnosis is on point, there's so many other conditions you need to learn. Trochanteric bursitis is like a very small subsection of the type of patient you would get that is self-diagnosed or even diagnosed by professional with sciatica. So we've got 98.9% of the other conditions that we need to cover in booty camp. Early bird special is ending soon. I hope you'll get signed up. This seminar is going to be practical, hands-on stuff that you're going to be able to put into use in your clinic to get great results. I'm going to be there looking over your shoulder, showing you how to needle all these common Aushur points on the buttocks. We're going to cover other possibilities that you need to rule out that could mimic the pain from Aushur points that would be diagnosed as sciatica. I hope to see you there. Thank you.